Hello and welcome to AmakhosiTalks. If you are visiting the channel for the first time, please do subscribe and turn on your post notification bell so that you never miss any future uploads on the channel. Well, Khosi Nation, the time we all have been desperately waiting for has come. Domestic football resumes this coming weekend and we find ourselves in action on Saturday afternoon against Golden Arrows. For a quick confirmation, here is the kickoff time and venue for that match, which should be very interesting and very crucial in setting up our season. Now, Khosi fans, I think it goes without saying that in this game, against this kind of opponents, we should be favorites. And with our situation at the moment, looking at the position we find ourselves in on the log standing, we have to come away with all 3 points. There can be no denying that the first 3 games in the league have been in some way mixed for us, because in those games we have won 1, drew 1 and also lost 1, which is why I think this is a very important game in setting up our season. Again, it will also help us to get some momentum going leading up to the CAF Champions League preliminary round, where we will face PW Bermuda of Cameroon. Now, just to get an overall understanding of our opponents on Saturday, in recent past seasons, they have been somewhat of a bogey team for us, except for last season as we were able to do the league double on them. This season though, they have had a very decent start to their season. They have recorded 2 draws and a win in their first 3 games of the new season. However, their coach is coming into this match with a cautious mind. He mentioned in an interview earlier this week that this will be a very tough game despite what you may read and see on the headlines. And as someone who enjoys football and watches how teams react to new coaches and those situations, I definitely agree with him. It's only a matter of 1 goal or 1 result in our favor and things could start looking very different. Now, looking at our squad analysis for the match, we do have to start off by highlighting how much of a blow not having Nukovic fit for this match is. We do remember that just at the start of the international break, we were given a full report on his fitness, and we were promised that in 2 weeks' time of that report coming out, we should see him fit and in full training. Now, this game against Arrows comes in just about a few days to a week early on that expected return. But we will keep our fingers crossed for a very swift recovery, which should see him feature in our next league game against Swallows. Now, the coach will be boosted by the gradual return of all the players who were on international duty. And of course, there will be assessments on them returning to see how fit and ready they are for this game on Saturday. Some players will have only had 1 or 2 full training sessions with the whole team since returning. And that on its own presents Coach Gavin Hunt with yet another twist to his lineup. The first debate that I would like to hear from you, Khosi Nation, is on the goalkeeping department. We know Daniel Akpeyi had a horrendous game against Pirates in the second leg of the MTN 8, and over those 2 games, he conceded 5 goals. On the other hand, Itumeleng Khune was dropped after conceding 3 goals against Sundowns in that league opener. To me, both of them present almost similar cases, but the big question is, who do you think should start against Golden Arrows? Do you give Akpeyi another chance to redeem himself, or do you prefer Khune to return back to the starting lineup? Better yet, do you think the coach should just drop them both and give Bryce Vuma a chance, as he's been involved in full training during the international break? Go down to the comment section and leave your comments on what should the coach do in this regard. And now moving on to team selection for the match. Like I've said earlier, the coach's selection will be very interesting. I think since the start of the season, this is the one game where you would expect anything to happen in our lineup. As far as things go, I think the coach has experimented quite a few combinations thus far. And again, in this match, I see some of that testing and trying out style coming into play. Personally, I would love to see someone like Ntshangase being given a start for a change. Again, I think a different approach should be made in our tactics and formation. Leonardo Castro for me should be dropped. I think in the past few games he hasn't come to the party. Whether that has anything to do with his fitness or just pure lack of form, I don't know. But what I do know is that we are lacking goals, and right now we need something different, and most importantly, we need goals. And here is my very own ideal lineup against Arrows on Saturday. As always, Khosi Nation, leave your own ideal lineup for the match in the comment section below. Khosi Nation, there cannot be any denying that we need a change in our fortunes, and I believe this game can be that change we have been searching for. Like I said, we need some form of momentum going into the CAF Champions League. Smash a like if you enjoyed the video, and if you are enjoying the content here on AmakhosiTalks. Ikhosi alipheli umoya.